Hey guys, what is up? 64 Studios 101 here. Sorry if my voice sounds a little off. I think I have a bit of a cold. But anyway, without further ado, we're going to talk comics. So today is Free Comic Book Day. Happy Free Comic Book Day, everyone. It's also the Kentucky Derby, and if you know what that is, which you probably don't, it doesn't matter at all. Only Free Comic Book Day matters. This is my favorite holiday, literally. So, let's get into what I got. So, I got some pretty good comics. I also, of course, they have all sorts of sales on older comics, so that's what really interests me, because with new comics, I find myself not really happy with the art and the story, but mostly the art. I mean, I know people will be interested in what I got for Free Comic Book Day in terms of actual free comics, so I will be showing the actual free comics also. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Here is Secret Empire Free Comic Book Day thing. I mean, you know, this stuff is free. Even though I don't particularly like modern age comics, I might as well get it if it's free. We got Doctor Who with #1 Free Comic Book Day thing. So it's about what you expect. Free Comic Book Day stuff. I don't read much new comics, so I don't know if it's any better or worse than most stuff, but I don't think that it seems very good, usually, the Free Comic Book Day stuff, so I don't know. So here's Bongo comics, essentially just Simpsons comics. So that's something that's, I suppose, I mean, whatever. They got Rick and Morty, which I don't know anything about Rick and Morty, but whatevs. That's something my dad got, basically. We've got Guardians of the Galaxy. This awesome old Defenders logo, which I have on some of my old Defenders issues, looks really out of place with this not particularly good art. It just looks, I don't know, I don't want to say better than it, but better than it. Alright, we got Tick. Tick is always rather amusing, but not great again. This is Lady Urchanica something, I don't know. This is something else that I'm not particularly interested in. SpongeBob Freestyle Funnies, which is, I mean, that's about how I can describe it. We got a couple more now. We got Wonder Woman, yet another like reboot of it. DC these days does way too many reboots. That's one thing I don't like about them right now. Way too many. That's just me complaining. And then last and probably not least, we've got Star Trek: The Next Generation, which, I mean, I prefer the original series of Star Trek, but I'm sure The Next Generation is okay. Yeah. Now the really interesting stuff, the old classic 60s and 70s comics, which if you've watched my channel, you know that's what I really collect. Alright, let's get into it. We got Captain America #114. Beautiful John Romita art. I think he's kind of emulating Jack Kirby, but, I mean, it's beautiful. The comic store I got it at for Free Comic Book Day, they had a 40% off sale, which was pretty cool. Usually they actually have everything 20% off, so it's actually 20% less everything than the prices say, but this is 40% off everything I got in terms of back issues, so that was pretty cool. So we got Captain America number 114. Nice cover. These covers are actually really influential. Now here's something you haven't seen, but you've seen me do war comics and mostly superhero comics, but here's Tomb of Dracula, which I love Tomb of Dracula. Awesome stuff. That beautiful cover. I mean, I love all these covers. They all look pretty similar, but they're just so beautiful. Gil Kane art. Great stuff. Alright, Neil Adams art. Batman number 225. Love Neil Adams art. The cover is Neil Adams. Nothing else is sad to me, but look at that. Great stuff. Love Neil Adams. Batman number 245. I love this cover. This is great Neil Adams cover, Neil Adams art throughout the book. This is, if I recall, part of a small little story arc that has to do with Ra's al Ghul, but I always loved this. Look at that beautiful cover. I like how he's sort of in front of the logo here. I mean, this is just a great thing. Alright, now we got Legion of Superheroes. Actually, a bit of a key issue when it comes to Legion. Not like a big one, but okay, first appearance of Computo the Conqueror. I know, it's amazing. And the triplet girl, one of her bodies is killed here, making her into Duo Damsel, and that's kind of a good event, so I actually kind of consider this a key issue for Legion of Superheroes Adventure Comics number 340, and you know I love that goofy DC Silver Age stuff, so yeah. I unmasked, and best, I always try to save the best for last in this stuff. This is a key issue. I think it's Daredevil, first appearance of the Masked Marauder, and I believe it's the first time that John Romita ever draws Spider-Man. Great thing. Daredevil number 16. Look at that beautiful John Romita art. First time he draws Spider-Man. I love that. This is an issue I've had my eye on actually for a while. I love that banner down there that says Enter Spider-Man. It's in Mylar if you can't see it. This is in Mylar also. I'm pretty... Don't worry, it's okay. No comments were harmed in this video, etc. But, I mean, this cover is just beautiful. And they sell some of their nicer stuff in Mylar, the comic book store. So this is probably going somewhere up on the comic book wall. We'll see in a second. But, I mean, I love this. Great positioning of the characters, beautiful cover in general. I love how the background is all gray. In the foreground we see Daredevil and Spider-Man there. And John Romita art, you can't go wrong with that. This is quite a nice issue. I mean, I consider it sort of a little minor key, and that's pretty lit. If you'll excuse my lame slang. I hate slang, but that's not really relevant. Anyway, I mean, here's what I mean when I say I don't like newer art. See that here, this picture of Daredevil compared to that. I just think this is much better. But anyway, you probably aren't listening to me to hear bashing of old or of new comics. I would never bash old comics. Old comics are amazing, but I hope you did enjoy this video. This is a nice little selection of books. This is like a retro ending because I would always used to end my comic book videos showing off all the books like this. But I hope you enjoyed, and now let's see what makes it up to the comic book wall. What you want? Come on. are those two Spidey guest appearances next to each other. Beautiful stuff.